What's that, booze? Happy Mother's Day to you mothers out there, and even pet mothers. You know what I mean? Let me find my water. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back, okay? Where did I put that? Okay. I got my shit. Let's get into it. What's up, you guys? Oh, wait. Let me change my little sticker on there. What's everyone doing tonight? Hold on. Let me... First things first. What up, booze? First things first. Let me do a sticker. Angel... Wait. Free angel numbers. Number. Will Oracle fit on there? It will. Okay, period. Bam. Let me get that out of my way. And I think I was pulling up the list. I got Anna, Chelsea. Who else? I think that might be it so far. How's your guys' this weekend? What up? Is my connection okay over here on YouTube? I hope so. Yeah, I think I just got Anna and Chelsea so far. What's that, booze? My daughter wrote me a very beautiful letter for Mother's Day. I didn't get anything else. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't get shit. I didn't get no flowers. I didn't get no fucking card. Alright, I got Anna and Chelsea. Period. Okay. And angel number's 1. Yeah, what'd you guys do today? Okay, period. Thank you. Should we just get into it? There's people in over here on YouTube. We're doing free angel numbers. That's the one that won the poll. Which I love this deck. Like, I've been using this one a lot on people's, like, generals. But if y'all want one, just drop your name and let's see what comes out. Oh, it was like 7, which it's gonna get hot here, bitch. Which is crazy. We didn't have hardly any of a winter. I don't know where my weather app is at. It was like 76 out. I was supposed to get up to like the 80s this week. Whatever, booze. Sit with your mom. Here, Chelsea, you're the first name that I see, booze. So you're the first one. Yeah, this deck's fire. If y'all haven't seen this before. All right, let's get it. Chelsea, my first one, boo. 828. Victory. Be content with what you've done. Recall the sacrifices you've made, the work you did, and the truths you've uncovered. Your angels applaud you and send you celebratory energy. Show them you receive it by thanking yourself out loud right now. Perhaps even dance or sing along your favorite happy song. Feel the divine flow through you. Period. What's that, boo-boos? Claire. Drop your names, y'all, if you want a free angel number. Oracle. Claire. What do we got? 811. Are we going to get all 8s today? 811. Faith-filled. Their inspiration is divine. Your angels call on you to take actual step towards your inspired thoughts. All of those ideas and spiritual downloads that you've been having are from a higher power. Journal about a dream that you've had. Oh, okay. List at least 3 steps that you can take today towards making it a tangible reality. Remember, the smallest steps are the most important. Word. Is it Mariana? Is that how you say that? And I know with that one, it can be pronounced different. Mariana, hold 644, struggle. Self-created stress is unhealthy. Your angels are asking you to get honest about how you contribute undue stress and conflict into your own life. They ask you to contemplate how struggle plays into your comfort zones. That's a fucking good card. Notice where you're making life harder on yourself today, even in the smallest moments. Make a tiny change today so the small struggle becomes obsolete. That's a good one. Fucking like that. Angelica, what up, boo? Angelica. What do we got? 986. Forthright. Practice saying no. Your angels want to alert you that your tendency to confuse yes with no, and they're asking you to stop. People know that you have a hard time not doing what they ask you to do, and they have been taking advantage. It's time to say no confidently. 10 times today, look in the mirror and practice a way of saying no. That's a good one. Whatever it is. If I miss your name, drop it again, y'all. Anna. That came up quick. 662, big picture. Make choices that reflect the main goal. That's very chariot energy. Your angels ask that instead of focusing on the little things that can distract you and create negativity, you shift your focus on the big picture today. Your angels remind you that when you keep the image in mind, each choice that you make will be in favor of what you ultimately want. Reflect upon your main goal right now. Write it on a piece of paper and put that paper somewhere that you will see it constantly, such as beside a bathroom mirror. Word. Word. Whatever it is. Hold on. If y'all are just coming in here, we're doing free angel number oracle. So if you guys want one, just drop your name. And then I just got Anna and Chelsea on the list so far. Taylor, what up, boo? Taylor. We got 359, discipline. I bet you when I pull for myself, I'll get this one too. Practice self-control. Your angels are asking you to demonstrate self-control. Your discipline will become stronger the more that you use it. Today, take a step and start a good habit or stop a bad one, based on what you know to be difficult yet necessary for your growth. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Trade that soda for water, or make sure that you carve out time to get in your meditation today. Because I just did my skincare. Okay, please. Shift reality. 732. Luck. I like this one. Luck is a mindset. Your angels want you to be ready for some lucky breaks headed your way. When you are in a negative mindset, negative forces are attracted to reinforce it. That's a good fucking card. However, when you feel lucky, forces that reinforce that feeling come in. Take several pauses. I fucking love that card so much. It's such a good one. Take several pauses throughout the day to repeat this mantra. Things always work out for me, and simply just feel lucky. Word. Anyone else? Did I miss anybody else's? Matt's like, we need that skincare routine. I should show, because I know that a lot of people ask. Listen, I'll post fucking video on my TikTok, okay? I be staying on the fucking skincare. Trust me, it doesn't look like this in the morning, obviously, because I wind down, obviously, when I'm done on here. Like, I wind down and I go to bed, and so, this does not look like this in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm not, walking around with, a greasy face all day. I shouldn't say greasy. It's just shiny. I mean, anyway. I probably look crazy when I come on here because it's always after I do my skincare. Oh my god, I'm going to butcher this name. I don't even know how to say it. This is the one that starts with an O. I need you to write the pronunciation. I don't even know how to say that. 191, new opportunities. Make a positive change. Your angels are pushing you towards change that you need to make. When you are excited about new opportunities and people coming your way, good things will arrive. When you are being encouraged to focus on the positive in new situations and to look forward to the challenges that will inevitably come with them. That's very full energy. Listen to a song that empowers you right now as you let yourself feel inspired and excited for what is to come. Word. What up, y'all? If y'all are just coming in here, we're doing angel numbers. I got Anna and Chelsea. Actually, I should probably post that. Huh. This camera is fucking crooked and it won't let me like change it. So y'all just gonna have to hang on for the ride on TikTok. Here's the list, you guys. I got Anna and Chelsea on it. But if y'all are just hopping in here and you didn't get a card, drop your name. Is this not gonna work for me? Stop. Really? Copy. Hold on. I'm trying to post a list on here, but it's not letting me. I'm gonna have to type it. Shit. It won't let me copy and paste from my iPad. Paid list. We got motherfucking Anna. I'm not writing the whole thing out. I'm just gonna write this. And Chelsea. Period. Okay. That was annoying. What's that, Bo? Yes. Wait, hold on. Where's the... Is it Lakia? Is that how you say that, Boo? Hold on. Did I miss anyone else's name on here? Yeah, what do we got? Ooh, 000. Universe abundance. The universe abundantly supports you. The force of love is around. This number enhances all attributes of other cards that you draw today, creating a powerful connection between you and your angels. Visualize the power of the universe flowing into your being and envision your own creative forces amping up to meet them. I figured I was going to ask. Draw another card, knowing that the next message will be amplified by this energy. Hold on, let me do one more. Let's see what's going to be amplified. Let's go, boo. What do we got? 777. Faith Spirit, Trusted Divine. I love how she had two that are like triple numbers. Okay, Trusted Divine. Your angels are asking you to release the fear of the unknown. Trust the universe and give up your control over what's going to happen next. They're telling you to not fear the future, but rather to embrace it with faith. That it's all in your best interest. It is perfect in design, brought to you by your most trusted guides. Go into an easy sitting position with your hands up, turned on your knees for a few moments as you honor your faith in the future. That's a good one. I want to give myself one. Hold on, y'all. If I missed anybody, drop your name again, especially on YouTube. I'm going to pull myself one in the meantime. Yikes. I figured something like that I was going to get. Okay. Alright. Who did I miss? Is it Simran? Is that how you say that? I'm probably butchering that name. 599. Be steadfast. Fortify your mindset. Your angels are asking you to reconsider a belief that you currently have. The present situation is calling you to change your mind about something in order to align with who you authentically are. Being steadfast and secure in your own intuitive wisdom is necessary now. Write down what is important to your soul at this time and reflect on how you can stay true to that in the days to come, even as you may shift your beliefs to harmonize with what you hold true within. Tea. What up, y'all? Anna and Chelsea, are you guys in here? Are you boo-boos in here? Okay, period. Hang tight, boos, because I'm probably gonna get. Fuck, you guys are rocking bad. I'm probably gonna get into the readings. Hold up, y'all. I'm gonna hop in over here and post. But yeah, if you guys didn't get an angel number, make sure you drop your name and I will grab you one before I get into these readings. You know what I mean? I love that Angel Numbers won. I know a lot of people don't like that Love Me Not deck, because, I mean, that should be coming from fuck with it. I do like to use that deck, though, to, like, especially when we have, like, a really good fucking reading, and when I'm, like, really intuitively pulled towards, like, that person is, like, really into the other person. I love to pull that deck, because it's gnarly. Like, yo, if they don't like you at all, it will air those bitches the fuck out in that card, or in that deck. Like, if Homeboy is genuinely, like, using you, it will come out. It's gnarly. But hey, I like it. Alright, here we go, boo-boos. Is this gonna work? Did that work? Word. Did I miss anyone else's name? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that I've used that one for him before, too. And I think that I've used that one for him with you, but also with, like, some other person that we were, you know what I mean? Like, the other, like, someone that we were, like, doing a reading on with him. Anyway, it is a good deck. Yeah, I really like to use that one, like, I should have actually used that one on Haley the last time that she got a reading from me. I should have fucking used that one, because her reading was so good. So good. Wait. India. Let's get it, boo. Yes, last call, y'all. 828. Victory. Be content with what you've done. Recall. Who else? Someone else had this one earlier, and I just shuffled this too. Be content with what you've done. Recall the sacrifices you've made. I think it was Chelsea. Anyway, recall the sacrifices you've made, the work that you did, and the truths that you've uncovered. Your angels applaud you and send you celebratory energy. Show them that you receive it by thanking yourself out loud right now. Perhaps even dance or sing a little song to your favorite, sing along to your favorite happy song. Feel the divine flow through you. Did I miss anyone else? Oh. Oh, bitch, sword me. What up? Oh, that sticker. Hold on. I feel a sneeze. Hold on. Oh. All right, we're gonna get into these paid readings, boo-boos. Let's get it. What y'all got going on this week? Paid readings. Anna, you probably sent me your message already, huh? Let me pull up my TikTok. I don't think I missed anybody. Hold on. I'm just checking to see if I missed anybody. I don't think I did. Okay. Word. All right. Okay, Anna, hold on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna do this. I think I did this one time with him when we were like doing it like that. I'm gonna pull like specifically just cards. Like when I get to his energy, I'm gonna obviously pull his feelings towards you and shit like that. But I'm gonna pull specifically for that with him too. Okay. Okay, word. All right. Let's fucking get it. Hold on, boo. Let me get my decks ready. Get this out of my way. What up? Okay, I know I want to use. Ugh. I wonder if it's that AC that's like the allergies. Ishwan. I wonder if I should use that for him. I think I might. Okay, I think I'm going to use another deck for this one. Another tarot. Dot one. And this one. I don't know why for some reason I've been feeling this one. I'm really wondering if, because Tarot's like, I want you to wear this fucking deck out because you need to get another one. It's been a minute since I've bought a tarot deck or an oracle. Alright, Anna. You know the drill, boo. Let's motherfucking get it. I'm gonna start with oracle. Where's my timer? Alright, let's go. Let me see. Where's your message? Let me see current. Okay, let me see current. What the fuck is that? Oh. Why? Ouch. Oh. I'm surprised that this card came out. This card used to come out for you guys quite a bit. Like when the shit popped off first, like when whatever, I'm trying to remember like what he said in that fucking text message. But whatever, like when you guys like got into the fucking shit or whatever, like the text debacle, that card used to come out a lot, like right after that. So I'm kind of surprised that it came out again because we haven't seen it in a minute. I have to say it because I think I like just read for you on Friday. His energy is very similar, to what it was on Friday. Okay. Oh, and you actually have this card. I'm almost certain he had this one the last time. Where is he at? Okay. And then one more just for subconscious. Okay. Outcome. Word. Now let's see, like, situation between those two. I would believe that she's probably, I kind of believe, like, whoever that was that you got a reading on, she probably is with someone. I don't know if I can really say that I think that he, like, fucking reached out to her. I'm not really so much seeing that, but I'll fucking ask. Let's go. No. I think she is with someone, though. No. No, I mean, like, if they talked, like, which I don't think that they fucking have for a minute, but it looks like to me like the last conversation that they had was extremely poor communication and very detached, and so, no, I'm not. What did you say on there? Towards her. That's it. Just want to, no, I don't know. Not in his, no. I don't think so, no. Do I think that she's in a relationship? Yeah, I do. I think that she might even be fucking living with who that is. Like, it might have went that quickly. Like, moved that quickly. To each their own, you know what I mean? Like, do your thing, boo. But anyway, let me start from the top. Egg on their face and envy is coming out as current. Which, sorry, I just, like, looking at her shit. Like, she probably is with someone for real, like, in a fucking relationship with them. Like, might even be living with them. But egg on their face and envy is coming out as current challenger situation between you two, which, like, that's the kind of shit that we used to see when, like, this first, like, popped off, like, when y'all kind of, like, got into a little fight or whatever. Or whatever. I should say when he kind of, like, threw you fucking attitude, and you know what I mean? And anyway, that egg on their face. It is where, I mean, this energy is coming back up, where it's, like, one of these people or both of these people are feeling like their actions fucking backfired on them. And so, and the envy card that's coming out, yeah, it probably, like, it just is what the fuck it is. It's looking like to me that, like, when they were last, like, you and him, I'm talking about, were in last in communication, jealousy was probably running the fucking show. You know what I mean? And that could be a reason as to why you reacted the way that you did, he reacted the way that he did. And it's like, this is just embarrassment is all this is. It's just being embarrassed that I fucking acted on, like, jealousy, envy, just a nasty emotion, trying to get one over on that person, trying to fucking, I don't know, like, kind of be sneaky or manipulative or whatever the fuck, right? Anyway, I'm happy to see that, at least I'm happy to see egg on their face where it's like, okay, we're feeling a little bad for this. You have message and broken mirrors coming out on your side, which, again, like, I'm, like, kind of pissed that the message card came out because I remember, like, the last time that I read for you, I'm like, oh, I like that, like, tarot's on our side because I don't want Anna to be the one that reaches out first, but, like, you know, Oracle and Tarot's gonna read the energy the way that it fucking is. Message card, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with that too, Anna. If you are fucking thinking about this, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? That's just, I'm just being shitty. But the message card does represent like wanting to that can even just be you wanting to apologize. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you're going to fucking do it, but you could, It does represent wanting to apologize and wanting to have a heart-to-heart conversation with him, which I do believe, like, he wants the same fucking thing. The broken mirrors that's coming out, it does represent, which I think I was talking about him with this. I think that card came out on his side the last time, and so this will probably sound familiar. But that broken mirrors is where this connection is triggering, right? It can go one of two ways with that card, where it's like I fall back into toxic patterns, I fall back into toxic behaviors, toxic thinking, whatever. I fall back into like my old bullshit. Or it can be like I'm getting triggered and I overcome that kind of shit. I try to do something different, right? He's over here with Back Together, which I think that he had like reconciliation or some shit like that the last time I read for him. So, okay. Back, and this is energy towards you, okay? Back Together, double life. And don't forget about the double life because it's not what the fuck it sounds like. But Back Together is where he does want to give this a second chance, right? He wants a fresh start. He wants to come at this and like have a positive outcome. I totally believe that he had that shit the last time. The double life is where this person it represents emotional betrayal being done to self, right? And so this to me, he's probably going to have like, I mean, it's Hermit all day long, right? Hermit, fucking Seven of Swords. What would be another one? I'm trying to think of like an emotional mask. I would even say like a King of Cups in reverse. That could be, or maybe even a Knight of Cups in reverse. It represents where it's an emotional betrayal being done to self, where he's keeping his emotions stuffed down. He's hiding them, right? And he's fucking faking how he's acting. He's faking how he's feeling, whatever the fuck, right? And so no one really knows, like, truly how deep his feelings go for this, right? And then when I pulled for the situation between like him and this other person, the safe love came out for her and the fighting came out for him. And so I do kind of like, I am kind of like fucking with whoever you got that reading from. I do think that she's in a relationship. The reason that I say that she might even be like living with that person is because safe love is very serious. It's where like that's like her home, that's her person, that's her safe space. And so more power to, I mean, yeah, she's probably in a pretty serious relationship, but the fighting card coming out for him, it does represent where it's emotional detachment, right? It's poor communication between these two. And so I'm like, well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not like, I mean, I just don't think that they talk because it's like the last time that they talked. I mean, that was a situation. But anyway, the vibes in sync and really committed this time is coming out in the subconscious. Again, like, this is the shit that they're obviously not talking about, right? Where it's like the vibes in sync represents where they want the same thing, right? And the really committed this time is that they don't want any fucking games involved when they do come back in, right? They don't want this kind of shit coming out again, where it's like we're acting petty or we're acting out of jealousy or we're acting out of our ego. So I'm happy to see that. High value and cosmic nudges is coming out as your guys' outcome, which again, like I feel like is pretty on point. The high value card is, so that would be probably more advice for Anna, because the high value card is divine feminine energy, where it's like that energy is where you know your self-worth. You don't settle for less than you deserve. You know what I mean? Very Queen of Wands type shit. But the cosmic nudges, I feel like is on point because it's like it's very judgment, where these two people are following the signs, right? They're kind of following the synchronicities and shit that they're having. So I do believe it's where it's like they're gonna come back together. I haven't ever like really doubted that. But let's get into tarot. Oh, and contemplation is coming out on bottom of the deck. And guilt. It's like very Seven of Cups, just a lot of uncertainty. Mind fucking. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Fucking. Ugh. You want to know what that is? I hate that. Because Wheel of Fortune is very true. But I like your card. I do. Like, good for you, bitch. Like, considering Broken Mirrors came out, I'm actually happy to see that Temperance came out for you. Three of Cups in reverse came out for him, which I don't like for him. I think it's probably him overindulging. And overindulging, I mean, like, he might be fucking drinking a lot and shit like that. Oh, that could be where he's isolating, though. I could see that, too. I gotta see what comes out as his clarifier. But what I was gonna say, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's true whether it comes out in the upright or the reverse, right? Wheel of Fortune only goes into effect, well, it does go into effect, based on someone's decision, right? We have to make a fucking decision. And that decision, it can end up in a Wheel of Fortune where it's like, holy shit, I made a decision and like, look at what happened. Like, oh my God, I got like everything that I could have dreamed of, right? But it's also like, I made a fucking decision and now I have to lay in my bed. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I made that decision and it was a piss poor fucking decision. And now I'm sitting here like paying the consequences for it. But the Wheel of Fortune in reverse can also be where that decision, because it's a negative fucking decision that someone made, right? But it's based in a Nine of Wands coming out with it. And so it's like, okay. And this, who knows? Maybe this is Anna too. Maybe it's like, yeah, I mean, I was being shitty and shit like that. Like, I was fucking, you know, I was coming at him all sideways. I was coming at him immature, whatever, right? But the Nine of Wands, it is where it's like this, it's a defensive energy, right? It's one where your walls are up, you're this wounded dog, right? And so you're ready to fucking just bite off whoever hand is coming at you. And so that's their energy coming at each other. And the Wheel of Fortune is like, yeah, that decision or the decision made that both of them made, right? It was based in that Nine of Wands. And it was, and that's why they're in the situation that they're in. But it can also be clinging to control is a huge fucking thing with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, where it's like, I made that decision because I did not want to give up control. I didn't want to be vulnerable, right? It sucks. Anyway, I like to see an Emperor coming out for you. Actually, fucking, I'm impressed. Temperance and Emperor coming out for you. And I know you don't want to hear this, but like, that is Temperance. And it does come out for feminines a lot, right? The Temperance card, which you might already be doing this, right? This kind of just might be like some, like just encouragement from tarot or, you know, just like realign you or whatever. But Temperance is where you are trusting God. And I mean that in the most serious, right? This is not forcing your fucking will onto a situation. Temperance is where you hand it over to God for real, and it is so hard to do, right? But Temperance is where I truly hand this situation over, my life, whatever I have going on, I'm handing it over to God and I'm trusting that it will pan out the way it's supposed to. Temperance is such like this act of vulnerability towards your higher power, God, whatever you believe in, right? It is truly handing it over and letting it fucking go. And it's like, yo, and that's probably how you are with the situation, which like, I mean, that actually, I don't even know if she'd really be struggling with that. But that could be how you are with the situation where it's like, I'm not gonna force nothing. You know what I mean? I'm letting my hands off of it, and if it is meant to be, then I truly fucking believe that this will come back to me. You know what I mean? And it will come back to me in divine timing. That's why that card is associated with patience, right? Because that is the one thing you have to master in a fucking Temperance. When you hand something over to God, it is never in our timing. It's always in God's timing, basically, is what that is. Anyway, but the Emperor coming out for it, I kind of like that this energy too has been coming out for feminines a lot lately. Which is interesting, you know, like the Emperor is divine masculine energy, and you see this. I mean, give yourself some credit. You know, the Emperor is where you are starting to implement a lot of discipline in your energy, right? You don't, and so I get why like the high value card came out as outcome too, because it's like, I'm not just gonna hold on, I'm gonna go a little over on this. This is where I'm not just going to let anybody in my energy. I'm not just gonna let whatever. I'm not gonna be like immature or impulsive with my energy. I'm being strict. I'm being disciplined. I'm focusing on my security. I'm focusing on my stability. I'm focusing on like fucking providing that for myself and really protecting my spirit. He's kind of messy. Like, his energy is fucking messy. I'm a little surprised by this. The Three of Cups in reverse and the Two of Pentacles coming out for him. The Two of Pentacles makes sense considering like the contemplation. Like I do believe that with him, where and it is a masking card. Two of Pentacles is. So should I start with the Two of Pentacles? Like, it makes sense with the double life card too, because we were talking about like it's emotional betrayal being done to self, right? In the Two of Cups, in that card, you see that's I don't know if you can see that very well. But in that card, he's juggling the 2 pentacles, right? And he has like these waves of the fucking ocean going on behind him. What it represents is a heavy emotion that's going on with him, but he's doing such a good job with like distracting you, or with, you know, with keeping like a cool, like, I got everything under control. And so there it is, right? Like, I think he's doing a good job with keeping it together and not like airing out his feelings about this. But I think that he's coping in not the best ways. And this is not the first time we've seen this kind of shit for him too. Like, 3 of Cups in reverse. Well, should I get one more? Because it can be where he's like overindulging, where like drinking a lot, doing, you know, like doing a lot of drugs, whatever. But it can also be where he's just isolating a lot. It could be that too. I'm curious, like, which would it be? Probably more isolating. Probably more isolating. Yeah, it looks like it would be more isolating. 9 of Pentacles, probably just him focusing on material shit like that. Like going to work, going home, and probably like drinking whatever, some beers or whatever, or like working, coming home, smoking, going to bed. Like, that's probably his fucking life right now. Which, like, trust me, it could be worse, but I would like to talk to him and be like, maybe we should tone down on the 3 of Cups just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, we need to, you know, instead of trying to cope or numb, let's try to do something else. Anyway, 4 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles coming out in the subconscious. Yes, this is where, like, hold on, I gotta see time frame. Okay, he's honestly not bad. I'm still gonna stick with, I think that, like, I still think time frame's like the same. But anyway, this is probably stubbornness, bull-fucking-headedness that, like, you know what I mean? One or both of these people are experiencing right now, but it's not the worst thing. Because I would rather see this kind of shit come out where it's like, I'm coming out of this very slowly. I'm trying not to like come back towards him, or I'm not trying to come back towards her in like an impulsive energy. When I do come back towards this, I want to have like a clear fucking mind with this. So I'm not mad. The outcome, I gotta pull more. I'm curious. Just want to see. Is that him? Oh. Peace offering. Okay. It is communication. Okay, I feel like whatever. Excuse me, we kind of know that. This is Swords. It's communication. Oh, wait. Hold on. That was my them because it came from... Oh, okay, let's go. Hold on. It's not. Is this from the past? That's fucking crazy. I think that she purposely posted it to be elusive. No, they're not, like, it's not current energy from him, I'll tell you that. But I think that she posted this to have some kind of, it's some kind of game. You know what I mean? It's some kind of, like, she posted it on purpose to cause moon, which is confusion, which is, like, I'm trying to mindfuck people. I'm trying to be, elusive. You know what I mean? It feels very gameplay to me. It could have been that she sent him to herself, but I kind of feel like if they were from him, it could have been a past situation. She's like, oh, I'm gonna post this picture just to, like, fuck with people. You know what I mean? Definitely that. I'm kind of curious if Magician's gonna come out. Hold on, I want to get one more. I knew it! I fucking knew it, bitch! Okay, it's from the past. That picture, I don't know. I would be curious to see what the fucking date on it was, but, like, I'm kind of getting the feeling that, like, it was a picture that she had from the past and she, like, posted it to be shitty. You know what I mean? Or, like, posted it to just cause confusion or, like, whatever. But, yeah. They're not from him. Not currently. I could see maybe, like, this was, like, a past picture that, like, she fucking had. She's like, oh, I'm gonna post it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna post it and cause some shit. Alright, hold on. Jesus. Okay. Not from him, though. Good for him! You know? Word. Hold on, boo. I'm doing the love me not. Should I? I'll do like 6. Let's go. I'm trying to remember if there's a card in here that says something about like being in another relationship. So I'm curious if it. Hey, it'll air him out if he is. I don't think so, but we'll see. Oh, oh, here we go. Word. I get excited when I think about. Jeez. I get excited when I think about how incredible that we could be together. I like the attention that you give me. I think we have a pretty unique connection. Ugh. Okay, I'm not really actually mad about that one. I'm sorry, but I can't reciprocate your feelings right now. If I tell you how I feel, it might change everything. One more. Afraid. Okay. Oh, or 3 more. Okay. These are pretty good. I'm not mad. Okay, so some insecurity, but I'm not fucking mad. There are so many feelings I want to share with you, but I'm shy about opening up. You're incredibly alluring to me. And then this last one, I don't know. First thing that comes to your mind. If you ask me, I'll say no. I recognize how special and unique that you are. Okay. Yeah, that deck. Hold on, I kind of want to look through this deck and see like gnarly fucking cards that would have came out. Oh, that one. I don't see you in a romantic way. I'm not in love with you. That would be one. Oh, that would have been one. That would have been the one. Don't take this personally, but my heart belongs to someone else. That would have been the one. That's one too. I would have been showing my lack of. I've been showing my lack of interest because you've been ignoring all the signals. Oh, I don't have feelings for you, and I don't want to hurt your feelings. Some other ones. Definitely not on the same page. Okay, word. Okay, anyway. Jesus. All right. Sorry. Hold on, you guys. Hold up. I got another motherfucking... I got another question for Anna. Hold up, y'all. Let me fucking... Hold on. These... Hold on. I gotta double check and make sure that... I think it's just Anna and Chelsea still so far. Hold on. Hold it. Is it? Whoops, I kind of went a little fucking over on that reading. Is my connection still okay? Oh my god. Oh my god. You're glitching. Cool. Sorry. I swear, even my husband asked me, he's like, is it like Mercury retrograde? I'm like, no. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, y'all. I got one more for Anna. I'm just double checking to make sure I didn't miss anybody on the list. I don't think I did, though. Excuse me. Ooh. Why is that taking so long? Excuse me. I don't know. We're good. Okay, period. All right, Anna, hold on. Where's my TikTok? Where's your message? Oh, what the fuck was it? Ace, or not Ace, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, Ace of Swords was outcome. It's just peace offering, communication, which fucking figured. I do think, which, God, and I'm gonna stick more on probably the side of him, because that is more masculine energy. Like, on him reaching out. Word. Let's go. Hold up, booze. Let's see what he's up to. I wonder... I'm trying to think of, like, if there's a fucking... Well... Hold on, there might be. Hold on, I'm gonna see... I'm gonna pull, like, 3 Oracle, just to see what comes out with his energy on this. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. Hold on, boo. Let's do 3. Knew it! Word, okay. Okay, not bad. Okay. I actually really like his Oracle that came out with this. Which is hilarious that you asked that. So I'm curious what's gonna come out with his tarot, but apology. It represents that he's gonna come back in. He's gonna return. It's gonna be very apologetic, right? We already know that. The clinging card that came out which is just like very much reminding me of like the energy that we first seen when like we first started fucking reading for him. It represents spying. Where he's like, you know what I mean? Like he's, we already know. This is like fucking watching social media, but shit like that for you. Keeping an eye on you is what that is. The cloudy judgment, though, it is where he's feeling, which I don't think is like really the first time that we've seen that either. It's feeling very unbalanced, kind of moon energy, like in a lot of confusion, trying to sort shit out in his mind, very like disoriented, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I'm wondering what's gonna come out in his tarot. Like, does that have anything to do with him kind of like numbing instead of, you know what I mean? Like numbing with substances and shit like that instead of actually processing his shit. But let's see what he gonna be doing. He is in search of, okay, I'm actually happy to see that. He is in search of something to fill the void in him. I'm actually really happy to see that the Hierophant came out with that. I knew that moon would come out. Okay, it's not bad. This is like a lot deeper than I guess I was kind of expecting. Okay. 8 of Cups, Hierophant, Lovers, Tower in reverse, 5 of Wands, Moon. This is, that 8 of Cups doesn't always have to be like a fucking bad thing, right? It's actually a beautiful card. This is where he is, because it can represent very abandoning type of energy in search for truth, right? And so it is very much like a mini hermit card. The only thing, well, no, I'm not even really concerned with that. Like with the Hierophant coming out after that, because that's what he's heading towards, right? And so this to me is like, okay, so he left a situation, which you already know. He left like a fucking, obviously a relationship, whatever. It's like he left a relationship where there was nothing more for him there, right? Like there was nothing that he could do to fix that situation, to reconcile, whatever. He's like, I'm walking away for myself. I'm walking away because I care about myself more than this, right? And he is walking, so he's kind of in this abandonment stage right now. He's searching for truth. He's heading for Hierophant, right? And so this is what he's going to be dealing with within the next 6 months. That Hierophant is, which is, it might not be the first time that we've seen this for him too, because it sounds familiar. It's where he's trying to find something like to help him out of a 5, right? Clearly the 5 of Wands. And so this would be like religion, spirituality. It doesn't have to be though. This can be like fucking the gym, hooking on to philosophy, hooking on to some kind of mentor, you know what I mean? It's where he's finding something that's helping him out of this shit, right? The Lovers card that's coming out, I will say, I do think it's kind of more about him finding balance, and it more boils down to him making a fucking choice in his life instead of like sitting in his shit, right? Instead of sitting in this moon or sitting in this confusion or sitting in like disorienting himself or sitting in like, I'm just gonna numb myself, right? It's like, no, I have to make a decision and come out of this and actually like find something to help me out of this. I do think that he's probably dealing with I think he's really hurt, and I think it's coming out a lot in aggressiveness. I think it's coming out a lot by projecting his shit onto other people. Very like wounded dog type shit that we were kind of talking about, that Nine of Wands. It's like he's so hurt, but it's coming across so fucking aggressive or so egotistical or so like I'm projecting my shit onto you, right? The Tower in reverse is coming out of it is that I think that it's kind of like a bottle shaking, right? Like a fucking like Coke bottle shaking where it's like this is gonna explode on his ass. Because the Tower in reverse is where you are delaying the process, you are delaying the inevitable that's gonna happen, right? Like I don't know, I think there's a lot of numbing that he's gonna be doing. But I think it's like gonna reach a breaking point for him where he's like, I can't fucking do this anymore. Like I feel like shit about myself. I'm angry all the time. I'm pushing everybody away. Uh, yeah. Resisting change is a big thing with Tower in reverse, where it's like my life has shifted so much, but my emotions aren't catching up with me. You know what I mean? Like I keep numbing instead of like dealing with these feelings as they're coming at me. King of Cups in the upright though on bottom of the deck, so good for him. Not mad. This could be more. You know what? I would say that like the tension probably snaps sometime during Cancer season with this, where you probably see that too when you guys get back into communication. It'll be more positive. More positive, that is for sure. Good for him. Yeah, I mean, like, God, that so rubs me. Like, his energy really rubs me. Like, he's probably whatever. This kind of shit probably worked for him in the past, where it's like, oh yeah, drinking or like smoking, like that. You know, I used to do that all the time in my 20s. And it's like, this energy just feels like, yeah, I think he's getting older. He's probably like in his 30s. And I just think this shit ain't fucking fun anymore. You know what I mean? Where it's like, this drinking or numbing or smoking, it's like immature shit. Like it's not helping me. All it's doing is just numbing me, and it's like delaying my healing. It's making me fucking angry. Probably losing its effect, honestly. Its tolerance is probably fucking crazy. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't really expecting his I don't know. I wasn't really expecting like his energy to come out. Like god damn, boo, you kind of like on a life-changing path right here, but I guess it makes sense. I don't know, I mean, good for him, trust. I would rather see that kind of shit than him being like, oh, just fucking going through life cluelessly. So good for him, good for him. All right, hold up, y'all. Chelsea, I got you. Hold on, boo-boos. I seen that there was people sending in. Hold on, my iPad's fucking taking forever. Chelsea, are you in here, boo? Hold on, y'all. Hold it, boo-boos. It won't let me copy and motherfucking paste on here. Gypsy, can you see it? On you? Oh, word. Oh, yeah, word. Yeah, if y'all ever want to fucking moderate, you just let me know, boo-boos. Yeah, I think I have Taylor, Claire, I think is over here too. Mel? I can't remember who else I said. There's someone else too. I can't remember who it is. Maybe Giselle? I don't remember. All right, Chelsea, hold on, boo. Hold it. Where are you? Instagram. Ugh. Shit's taking forever. Okay. Excuse me. There you are. Jeez, fucking taking long enough. Uh-oh. What? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Alright, hold on, boo. Do we want to use this one? Word. I know, I think like fucking Taylor. Because like Taylor's like the only fucking moderator who's like steady, and Claire's like the only one that's like steadily on here. But Taylor's definitely the only one that's like steadily on YouTube. Let's go. Let me see. It's 6. I know that it's like whatever. I mean, I guess it is nice for the reassurance. It is. You know, but it's not gonna be like. It's not gonna be easy. At least for him. And it's probably not gonna be like overnight. You know what I mean? Right. Should I do start bottom of the deck? I'm gonna start with bottom of the deck. Oh my god, hold on. Hold on, let me do this puzzle. Shit, I thought my phone was dying there for a second. Actually, I probably should plug you guys in. Okay, I'm gonna start with bottom of the deck on this one. 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and what was the other one? Hermit. This, and I wanted to pull like specifically for his energy with this one. This, trust me, I get it, okay? Like, the stories I could fucking sit on here and tell you guys, the shit that, like, me and my husband have been through in the past is just, like, I just trust, you know? Like, it's so fucking frustrating being on the other side of this shit. I always used to say, though, like, if I am going to see any kind of cards come out in a separation, Hermit is probably the one I want to fucking see, right? Because it's like, okay, at least when we're in isolation, at least when we are in separation, there is some self-reflection and some inner work that is being done, right? It's not like he's over here, like, not doing shit or whatever, but he's kind of slow to it, right? And we already kind of know this about him. The one thing that really gets in his way is masking his vulnerability or masking how fucking hurt he's been. And it's prideful. It's prideful shit. And so this is like, I don't know, like kind of arrogant. He probably comes across super arrogant, like he's better than other people. You know what I mean? Anyway, so this is like the energy that he's stuck in. And yeah, it probably is going to be a minute. But I kind of like this shit. I mean, 10 of Wands, Tower, period. Love it. 10 of Wands, Tower, Page of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Can you tell that this guy cares about, can you tell that this guy cares about material and work and his home? But there is kind of probably like an underlying tone to that. You know what I mean? But do I think that that's like what all this question is about? No. But the 10 of Wands and the Tower card that's coming out for this is that the way that he is living, right? Like in this Hermit energy, the way that he is living, it is weighing on him, right? 10 of Wands. It is burdening to him. It's a fucking burden. The Tower card coming out with it is like, yeah, he can only take so much of this, and then boom, Tower comes in where it's obliterating everything that's going on in his life, right? It's shaking him the fuck up. I wish he was here, because this might be a serious warning for him. You know how, like, you were telling me and shit like that, like, the things that he's doing are very, like, trying to build his home or, like, renovate his home, or he's so focused on career, like, he's so focused on money, shit like that. The that is the first thing that Tower's gonna hit with him. Tower represents that anything that you have built, that whatever foundation that you've built your life upon, God comes in and rocks that shit. You know what I mean? Because God knows that whatever foundation you've built your life upon, it's bullshit. Hold on. My comment section be wilding the fuck out over here on TikTok. Jesus. Anyway, I haven't had trolls in here for a minute, but welcome. Comment all you want. It gets me up on the fucking algorithm, so go ahead and go off. Anyway, what the fuck was I saying? Anything that you build your life upon is a faulty foundation within Tower. That's why God comes in and obliterates it, right? That is probably a serious warning for him. Like, yo, boo-boo, I wouldn't put too much of your self-esteem or put too much of your self-worth in your career, in your home, because that's the first thing that shit's gonna hit. That's why Page of Pentacles is coming out right after it, right? This is where he has had to redefine what that looks like for him. He has to start from, like, ground zero, right? But anyway, in regards to this question, hold on. Yeah, I do think. Yeah, of course. But that the Page of Pentacles also does represent, like, a peace offering. And it's like, I think that this is where he comes to the realization that, like, the foundation of which he wants to build his life upon, wealth is more than just money. You know what I mean? Wealth is like the long-term connections, anyway. Wealth is like the long-term connections that you build. Wealth is like like you were just fucking saying in your question, or like before the question, where it's like, yeah, days like today is where, like, I reflect and I think, fuck, I want to build like my own family. That's Ten of Pentacles shit, where it's like, my wealth looks different, or what I define as rich and broke is very different. That is like the whole, I mean, like, if you're looking at this kind of shit from, like, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, yeah, that's where that person is redefined that shit, where it's like, it's not so based in money. You know, it's based in, like, what have I built? What am I building for my future truly? Like, where am I going to be in, like, 10, 15 years, fucking 20 years, 30 years? Who am I going to build my life with? You know what I mean? Anyway, and so that's how he's coming at you, where it just looks like it's just redefined. It makes sense with a hermit. This could take him a while though, but yeah, he will get there. He will. Oh no, you did write it on there. You did. Wait, hold on. Word. Okay, word. Hold on. Let's go. Oh, wait. Should I? Let me just see what comes out with tarot on this one first. Hold on. I think Hermit's gonna be like our main card with him tonight. Which, I mean, you know what? I'd rather see that than the Eight of Swords. You know what I mean? Word. I know, like, most of the time, like, oh my god, thank god, like, we did what the fuck we did on YouTube. I typically, trolls do not piss me off, you know what I mean? Unless they're, like, bothering, like, the people that are in my life. I'm like, get them the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? But, like, I don't mind trolls because I'm like, yes, comment, like, get me up on that algorithm because I'm shadow banned as fuck on here. But anyway, if they're, like, irritating the shit out of you guys, I'm like, yeah, let's just get them the fuck out. Anyway. Or they're like saying like disgusting shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if people come on here and they're like, "Oh, you look like a man." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Like, like I have a shaved head. Like, what the fuck do you think? Anyway, I should be telling people. I should be like, "I have cancer, actually," but thanks. I'm just gonna. Should I, or is that like too sensitive? Anyway, sorry, Chelsea. Back to your fucking question, Jesus. Okay, this I want to do Oracle for this. Actually, I'm just like. I'm contemplating which one I want to fucking do with him. I kind of am feeling I should do like the love me not. Okay, anyway, I think I should. But this is not okay. Walk with me. Sun, 5 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, Fool, Lovers in reverse. The Sun card coming out is first and foremost, there is extreme positive feelings and happiness that he feels for like Sun is the most positive, uplifting, healing, free card that there is in the deck, right? And so it's like, yeah, what he sees, like what he would want you to know is like, yeah, there's so much light that you fucking bring to his life, right? There's happiness. I mean, obviously confident, right? You probably do boost his confidence. You do bring him happiness. You are a light in his life. You are optimistic, right? It's very much that kind of shit. It's like where it's shining, it's optimistic. Okay, period. 5 of Cups in the reverse is where he's like, you help me see like silver linings. Like you help me see the positive in a situation. You help me look at shit differently, especially when it comes to 10 of Pentacles, right? And we were just talking about that in the last question where thank God, right? Thank the fuck God we're seeing this. Because 10 of Pentacles, it's like, yeah. I even get that fucked up too when I'm doing readings for you guys. It does depend on what it comes out with. But yes, 10 of Pentacles, it does have to do with your wealth. You know what I mean? It has to do with like what your long-term goals, how you fucking take care of yourself materialistically, financially, but it's more than that, right? What it represents is like tradition, legacy, like what has been passed down for generations type shit. You know what I mean? And so it's more than just it's inheritance. You know what I mean? Not just materialistic wise, like what the fuck you inherit from your parents, you know, trauma wise, right? Anyway, and so it's like, okay, just reading from him, I know that he is materialistic. It is what it is, whatever, fuck it. You know what I mean? Yeah, he cares about money, he cares about how he looks, shit like that. But you do help him look at that 10 of Pentacles differently, where it's like, it makes me redefine what I think wealth looks like, right? 9 of Pentacles. We know that that's him, you know what I mean? Where it's like, yeah, this is where like self-sufficiency worked until it didn't fucking work anymore, right? Like no doubt this motherfucker is self-sufficient. No doubt he's probably done a lot in his life. That kind of shit can only take you so far. Being in a 9 of Pentacles, you have to like, you know what I mean? And that's why the Lovers is coming out in the reverse with this, because it's like, we're not meant to come here and be alone. You know what I mean? We have a soul family that we are meant to share our fucking lives with. Whether you think it's true or not, right? We're not meant just to come here and be isolated, you know, and be alone and be alone. You know what I mean? We're not meant just to come here and just be self-sufficient, only focus on ourselves, only, you know what I mean? Just be by ourselves, just build by ourselves. It's like, no, that Lovers in the reverse is where he's getting that fucked up, right? He's not upholding his side of a contract. And, you know, and even if this wasn't Chelsea, right? It's like, you're not upholding yourself in a contract, whoever the fuck this is. And this doesn't even have to be just you. This can be more people, where it's like, he's not, like, we come here with contracts, right? We come here with contracts in our soul family. It looks like to me, this motherfucker ain't living up to them. Especially with you. You know what I mean? Because I mean, I'm pulling for your energy. So anyway, but do I think he's that enlightened right now? No. Do I think that he'd be able to, hold on. Do I think that he'd be able to, like, say this? Not now, you know, but more while he's in Hermit. Yeah, I think he's going to come to realize this. All right, hold on. I want to do Oracle for this one. I think we have a pretty unique connection. Am I even good enough for you? I recognize the potential between us, but I also harbor some uncertainties. I am totally in love with you. I wonder what would happen if we joined forces. What are we waiting for? Let's do this. I find myself thinking about you a lot. I'm open to exploring things, but I can't make any promises. Okay. Not mad. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold it. Where did my Instagram go? Jesus. Okay. What I would give to, like, be able to fucking do a tarot reading on this guy, you know what I mean? I would, oh. I feel like anyway, I'm not even gonna get into it, because then whatever, okay. Oh my god. I'm like, I'm wondering if Six of Wands is about. Or like, strength in reverse type shit. Okay. Probably no. I don't mean to laugh. I mean, we'll see shit, dude. My god, talk about reverse. Good Lord almighty. Lovers in reverse, Tower, Justice in reverse, Hierophant in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, Magician. Yeah, I mean, hilarious that this is our closing card as Magician, and your closing statement on there is social media isn't always what it seems to be, right? That's Magician. You know what I mean? Like, that is what Magician is all about. What you see here is not, you know what I think about a fucking magic trick. It's like, oh my god, how'd they do that? And it's like, oh, and then you see the behind the scenes footage and it's like, wow, like, cool. Like, it's all fucking fake. Anyway. The lovers, so, in regards to his past, the lovers in reverse. These are probably people that, and trust me, when I shuffle my deck and shit, or when I put my cards back in, I put them all in upright, right? I do that for a reason, so it's like, if it comes out in the reverse, I know it's in the fucking reverse, right? Lovers in the reverse. This is where the past partners that he's had were not soul contracts, right? Or they were, like, with Justice in the reverse, it would probably be more like probably karmic in nature, right? Whatever. But no, right? Like, the Tower card that's coming out, it looks like to me it's a lot of fucking chaos. It's a lot of probably fighting. It's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of drama. It's a lot of just toxicity, right? Probably a lot of dishonesty that was in their relationship. Lying, cheating. They do not align on things. That is justice in reverse, right? That is where you do not align on the most important things to you, right? You are not meant to be together in a fucking justice in reverse. That's why it represents divorce. And that's why in the upright it represents marriage, right? It's like, yes, we align on our values, our morals. We think the same. Like, we challenge each other appropriately, right? Anyway, the Hierophant in reverse here. I think it's more probably, I don't know, it kind of feels like, and he could have done this too, you know what I mean? It would be more like I ignore the accomplishments that my partner does because it's kind of like a manipulation tactic that I use to have control over them. So do I think that he recognized praise? Not even from family. No, not from his partners or his family. Fuck no. No. I think that there's a lot of shame that he received. A lot of shame, a lot of guilt. That's all I gotta say about that one. Nasty work. Ugly. Yikes. Let's go. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Fucking yikes. What about his dad? With his mom, which I'm happy to see that Temperance is coming out in the upright, right? It's Temperance, Nine of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Temperance, and I'll give it to him. I do think for the most part, like the connection or the relationship that he has with his mom, I do think he's kind of made peace with it. I think that he recognizes where, and trust me, he isolates the fuck out of this. He doesn't talk to anybody about this kind of shit, right? That's why the nines are coming out with that. Which we already know that, you know what I mean? Like with the shit we're reading in the last question. But the temperance is like truly where like you have found peace with something, you have found some kind of healing towards it, right? Do I think that he tries to deal with this on his own too much? Fuck yeah, dude. Like that's Nine of Pentacles all day long. It's self-sufficiency. You take on the burden all by your fucking self. The Nine of Swords, though, this could be, I don't know. I'd love to get my fucking hands on him and do a reading. Oh my god, it'd be so good. Anyway, he's made peace with it. There is probably still some residual. It's probably deep in his subconscious. This is probably, God, I would love to do a reading on him. This is where shadow work is so fucking important, right? Because it's like, yeah, he is well aware of like the issues this shit caused. He's, you know what I mean? It's like, yes, like very surface level, he has made peace with it. He doesn't harbor like any like deep fucking resentment towards her. It's like, no, I think that he accepts it for what it is. You know what I mean? I think that he's like, I've moved on. I have to. I can't fucking be like this hurt little kid anymore. I think that it runs deep. This is why shadow work is so important. I think the wound goes so fucking deep with him. And that's why we have to do shadow work, right? It's like, yes, that's our child that got hurt. We have to go in there and like fucking pick that child up and be like, what the homie, what happened here? I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, the Nine of Swords, it can represent where it's like anxiety, depression, like it's deep rooted things. It's like that's how our trauma comes out, right? Is in like mental health issues. It can also be where it comes out like in nightmares and shit like that, where it's like this hits me out of nowhere. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know where like this fear is coming from or why I had that dream. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's like, yeah, I think for the most part, yeah, I do think that he's made, because I get this. I totally relate to this shit because I'm like, yeah. Like I've done when I tell you there is no type of resentment that I hold towards either one of my parents. Not at all. Do I care to like have a relationship? No, not really. Is there deep things that I'm always uncovering? Yes. And that's like the case with him too. I think that there's just always things that he's gonna be, he's peeling the layers back constantly. I think that there's just things in his subconscious, things in his shadow that are just some residual from it. From the most part, yeah, I think that he's on the right track. You know what I mean? There could be whatever deeper work that he does. Do I think that he's that spiritual though? I hope he gets there one day. You know what I mean? Anyway, the relationship with his dad. His dad could have been abusive. His dad could also have been an alcoholic himself. Um, the King of Cups in the reverse is the way that his father's coming out, and it can be a very cold and repressed, like, emotionally. Not to say that, like, his dad, of course his dad loves him. You know what I mean? Of course. This is where you do not, like, and this ain't no whatever, I'm just gonna fucking say it. This is where you do not father properly, right? This is where you do not show your kid vulnerability. You do not hug them. You don't tell them you love them. You know what I mean? You don't, and not to say that maybe his dad does now. I don't know. I'd have to, like, go through that. Anyway, maybe his dad does now. You know what I mean? But this means, like, maybe he doesn't. This may be like, oh, when they were kids, he probably never heard that. He probably never was held by his dad. He probably never was, you know, like, run into his dad's arm and, you know what I mean? And, like, oh, I love you, son, shit like that. His dad could have been very withdrawn emotionally from him. And the King of Cups in reverse a lot of times can represent an alcoholic. You know what I mean? It could be. The Ten of Swords, I think that this is where you see, like, if he was harboring resentments towards his mom, you'd probably see Temperance in reverse Ten of Swords with it. The Ten of Swords coming out with this is like, I don't even think that he's addressed this. I don't think he's really addressed the shit with his dad. The Ten of Swords can be where it's like, I'm in a constant loop of being this person's victim, or like I'm in a constant loop of disappointing myself with this. The Knight of Cups coming out, that is how he comes at his dad. He wants to be vulnerable with his dad. He wants to, you know, make his dad proud and shit like that. It's like deep shit going on here, man. Anyway, like, hold on, I gotta, like, reread that question. I agree with, like, the last statement that you wrote on there. Yeah, I do think so too. I think, honestly, like, the relationship with mom seemed more just at peace. More like I've done work on that. You know what I mean? Like, he's done work on that. I don't know if there's so much really been work done on father. Whatever. Okay, hold on. Let's go. Oh, I'm kind of curious, like, what the advice or whatever will be with this one. Okay. Hold on. 3 more. The Tower did come out. Word. I would say there's not, like, anything that you could do to cause it, right? But there are ways that you can help God along. You know what I mean? Because, like, I love this. 6 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 4 of Swords, Tower, Justice in reverse, Fool. This is why a bitch loves Tower, right? Tower represents where, like, I know I probably talked about this before. Tower represents where God comes in and he obliterates everything that you built your life upon, right? Because the foundation of which you built your life upon is bullshit. You're not meant to be on that path. When you go through Tower, that shit strips you down to your soul, right? It strips everything that you have your ego attached to. That makes or breaks a ton of people. When you are encountered with a Tower, you either rise out of that shit, give your life over to God, higher power, to a higher being, whatever the fuck you believe in, right? Or you decide to stay in your shit and you decide to live the way that you're fucking living and cut off contact with God, right? You don't have there's no other fucking choices with Tower, right? It's either one of those. You either go back to devil or you go to fucking star, right? Okay. The motherfucker gonna be hitting Tower, right? No matter what. God's over here where he's like, okay, but what you can do is 6 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 4 of Swords. What you can do, yes, of course, 6 of Swords, you're not, like, combative. You're not, like, shitty. You know what I mean? You're not, like, trying to cause a fight with him. Or, like, really trying to I don't know, like drag shit out, like I don't know, like that. So even like you're like, yeah, I know, I kind of like said that comment and shit like that. Honestly, to me, it's like, but was it true? You know what I mean? Because this to me doesn't look like you're trying to be like, oh, I'm gonna say something shitty to fucking like get a reaction out of him, or I'm gonna like say something shitty so we can drag this out forever. It's like, no, I mean, what you said was it a little spicy? Ace of Wands, yeah. You know what I mean? But was it true? Yeah. You know what I mean? Do you feel at peace with what you said at the end of the day? Yeah, I do think you have. The justice in the reverse is like the most important thing with this though, where God's like, what I need you to do is hold him accountable. Because even okay, this is just an example, and I don't have this experience with my twin because he had his motherfucking tower when I wasn't in his life. Thank God, right? Because I would have laughed in his fucking face had he come towards me. But let's just say, for example, that he's going through tower, right? And he's like, well, I'm gonna go to Chelsea for comfort because she's always been so loving, she's always been so caring. I doubt he would, but let's just say he fucking did, right? And so he would like come towards you and he'd be like, oh my god, like I'm just like I lost my job. I'm getting hit with a lawsuit, whatever. This is just an example. My home got like I don't know, like an earthquake happened, and like I lost my home. This would be where like Chelsea would be like, what are you doing about it now? What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? And he'd be like, well, why aren't you sitting here feeling bad for me? Like, why aren't you sitting here listening to me bitch and complain? Chelsea'd be like, we don't have time for that. Like, what's the next step? What's the next fucking right thing to do? What possibly was there anything that you did to make this happen? You know what I mean? This would be like, oh, I got fired. It'd be like, well, what happened? Oh, you didn't do anything wrong, huh? You just got fired. Just, you know what I mean? There's nothing that you can be held accountable for at all. You didn't do anything, right? Okay. Anyway, that justice in the reverse is where it's like, you don't let him get away with fucking lying to you. You don't let him get away with not being held accountable for things. You call it the fuck out, right? The Fool card coming out with that is where I think you probably already do this. I think you kind of already are like that because there is never this, and this is obviously advice for this, like the Fool card is where you are, it's a place of innocence that you come from. It's a place of, I don't know, innocence, vulnerability, optimism that you come from when you do like hold him accountable and when you do tell him some heavy truths about himself. That would be your advice with this. And so I mean, if he tries to come at you, I mean, you know, keep being you. Keep being you. Keep being you. Don't hold back. Don't hold back. This is why things just really work out the way they should. Because I'm telling you, if my fucking twin came to me in his tower, I would have laughed in his fucking face. You know what I mean? I would have probably blocked him. I probably wouldn't even said shit. You know what I mean? Like, good! Enjoy it. It's the only way you go learn. Okay, anyway. This is why y'all are way better than me. You guys are better people than me. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Okay, period. Someone said it like Gracie. It's skincare. Which you obviously don't know anything about if you think this is grease. You know what I mean? Hold on. Yeah. He's seen it. If you were wondering. You know what I mean? Of course he fucking did. Hold on, walk with me through this. It's the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Swords in reverse, which I know he's like Page of Swords in reverse, like his personality, you know what I mean? But the Four of Pentacles is where like you are very guarded, right? You mask, you keep your cards close to your chest. It can also be where he could be possessive, but it doesn't show so much jealousy, I guess. It almost, I don't know. I don't think that's jealousy because it looks like it's like kind of shitty. Like where he gets pissy. You know what I mean? So we've seen this. He didn't say anything, but he like kind of is getting like this shitty attitude. You know what I mean? Like this pissy attitude. Don't you love that the lovers came out in the upright with this one? Anyway, this is obviously like, I'm sure it's like hitting at deeper things here where it's like, yeah, of course, like this is like, you know, they have a soul contract or shit like that. This to me is like, it's probably triggering him is what it's doing, right? It's probably triggering the shit out of him. I think that he, what is the word I'm thinking? Because it's not really like jealousy. Maybe envy is what I'm seeing from this because it's like Seven of Swords and the Sun in reverse. The Sun in reverse can be like, obviously it can be like unhappiness and shit like that, but it can also be where you're very fucking conceited. And so I'm wondering if it's more envy. Definitely watching behind the scenes. Envious of hard, like Knight of Pentacles is hard work. I think it's envy. I think it's envy. I don't think this is jealousy. I feel like this is so envy. That makes sense. That makes sense. I wish my husband was home. Fuck. Okay. I would love to ask him about that shit. He always like tells me, he's like, I'm not the jealous type, right? But like, I know that is the kind of shit that he feels is that it's like, it's not jealousy, it's just envy of you. This grinds my gears. Don't piss me off. He feels like it would be too superficial. Interesting. I don't like this. Like, it's not horrible, but I don't like that Six of Pentacles in the reverse because it is kind of a power grab. High Priestess in the reverse, Six of Wands, Two of Wands, Page of Swords, Judgment, which I love, and then Six of Pentacles in the reverse. The High Priestess in the reverse that's coming out, like, in the Six of Wands, it's almost like he views it like, if, whatever, like, trust me, this is not me taking his fucking side at all. This is where it's like, he thinks it's like, if he does, it's like performative. Or if he does, it's like superficial, if he just likes it. You know what I mean? He feels like it's so like surface, like so like just, I don't know, just like surface level shit, right? That he'd be doing. This could also be where he doesn't want, because Six of Pentacles is like a power grab. 100% it is. It is where it's like he wants to have like the upper hand. For sure. He wants to have the upper hand in the connection. And it's almost like if I don't Two of Wands, and Page of Swords, if I do not take the risk and put myself out there, and even Page of Swords, even like it, even comment, even acknowledge it, you know what I mean? Then if I do that, then I have the upper hand and I'm not in a vulnerable position, right? The Judgment card coming out with it, though, this does cause him, like, this is not something where he's like, oh, I'm ignoring it, like, you know, the Judgment is where, like, he does reflect on this shit, he thinks about it, you know what I mean, where he's like, why do I do that? Like, why am I like this? It is power grabby. It is. He's prideful. He's very prideful. It's almost, I don't know what that is. It's like, I don't want God that what is the definition of envy? Because is that what like I'm feeling with this too, where it's like, if I acknowledge this accomplishment, then it makes me feel less than or some shit like that. Hold on. Absolutely. It's envy. Absolutely. A painful, often resentful emotion triggered by perceiving that another person possesses a desired quality, achievement, or possession that they lack within self. 100% this is envy. Social comparison that causes a feelings of inadequacy. Interesting. It is envy. Wait, hold on. I want to read these. Hold on. Is it? Of course it is. Of course that troll come in on this one. Why not? I remember I was doing a reading on Elena one time, and like her twins, like someone came in here with the same name. It was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Yup. Absolutely. I agree with that. That feels so superficial to me. That is like on point though with the relationship with his dad. Hold on 1 second. Hello? Why are you mad at me? Hello? Oh, I thought you had your headphones in. Oh. How was the gym?
Did some back.
You did back? That's awesome. How, was it busy?
No.
Oh. What are your... Have you ever... And listen, you can be honest. You don't have to tell me what I want to hear. Have you ever had like, especially when we were in like separation, did you ever have feelings of jealousy or envy?
Totally.
Can you explain that? And can you speak loud enough so they can hear?
Especially.
And what did it look like? Because you always tell me you're like, I'm not the jealous type, but like,
well, it wasn't like.
I'm curious if it was more envy.
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is like jealousy is you have fear of like losing something that you already have, right? And so that would be me like getting jealous that you're like talking to another chick or something. But like envy would be that you obtain something that I lack within myself. So it'd be like, oh, if you like if I was like schlubby and like you went to the gym all the time, it'd be like, oh well, I'm kind of envious that you take care of yourself and I don't fucking do that for myself. Do you want me to read the definition?
Sure.
Envy, hold on. Envy is a painful, often resentful emotion triggered by perceiving that another person possesses a desired quality, achievement, or possession that the self lacks.
Okay.
And then jealousy is a complex, often painful emotion stemming from fear, insecurity, or a perceived threat to a valued relationship or status that you already have.
Well, by those definitions, I say yeah, a little bit of envy, specifically in regard to. I know this is going to sound wild, but from the outside looking in, not knowing what I know now, that relationship that you were in after we dated.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like resentful or anything. I was like, instead of that, should be me. I was more or less that could be me. I mean, I did get sober. And I've always told you that, like, in the back of my mind, I was like, yeah, that was kind of a goal, even if it never happened. And I didn't think it was going to happen.
Yeah.
At the end of it, when I do the things, at least I'm a better person on the other end of it. So yeah, by those definitions, yeah, you could say I was a little envious. Not resentful though.
Yeah.
Or like bitter. Like, yeah, good for you.
What about when we first like got back into contact this time? Did it ever make you not, I don't know, did you ever kind of hold back with, how the fuck do I ask this? Like when we got back into contact this time, did you ever like hold back to kind of, I don't know, like save yourself from hurt, save yourself from embarrassment, like what, like did you ever hold back, I guess, in terms of like showing me any kind of appreciation, affection, vulnerability? Like did you ever hold back?
No.
You don't think so?
I took what you gave me. I never pushed for more.
You never withheld?
No.
You don't think so?
I think so. But that's easy for me to say. I mean,
right.
From your perspective, it probably looked different, but
right.
I don't feel like I did.
Did you ever before? It's been a long time. there's some years there where it could have happened. Because like I'm thinking like
yeah, probably.
I'm thinking like the last time that was, not this time, but the last time that we were dating, which I'm sure.
Yeah, probably, but I was also like not. I wasn't at my full potential, nor was I in a place to really like give my all.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't pour from a cup who's constantly being drained and trying to find things to fill it back up.
Mm-hmm.
In an insubstantial way.
Right. Probably from outside sources.
Yeah. So I say probably.
Right.
Why?
Just doing readings.
Trying to get the other side.
Yeah, because it's like like in that specific reading, I'm not going to say too much just so you know, but in that specific reading, it's like I just see it's not so much like this behavior stemmed from jealousy, but it does look like to me it's a lot of withholding because of being envious of her.
Sounds more like insecurity.
That's what it sounds like to me too. But it's like, if you like seen this guy or like knew this guy, it's like that's all this dude like really cares about is his self-image. And like if you looked at the surface level, you'd be like, oh my god, he's like so accomplished, he's got so much money.
Yeah, the most insecure people usually put that mask on.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go. That makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yeah. Right. I mean, duh. It's like the go-to. I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Right. Absolutely. Fucking Jesus. Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Yeah. Did you ever put on that mask? What was your mask?
For sure.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop. Like when? Like stop. Tell me though.
Oh, just like everything. I would like try to walk a certain way. Like
shut up. I mean? Shut up. Stop.
I was like, oh, this is what a person who knows what they're doing in life does. It's kind of like how they move.
Right. I love that.
But like, you don't know until you know.
Right.
So until then, like, you're just doing a role. Like you're doing a half-assed job of fulfilling a role.
Yeah.
Or what you think the image.
I'm sorry, but your vulnerability is so I'm laughing because it's just so touching and it's fucking hilarious because it's like, yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah.
Well, I mean, this is wouldn't be able to have a conversation like this fucking 10 years ago, or
Yeah.
maybe even 6 or 7 years ago. I feel like I embody now what I pretended to be.
Like what you thought, like...
Yeah, like, I don't give a shit what people think about me now, truly. I really don't.
Right.
Whereas, like, back then, I was always trying to, like, outsource my self-esteem. Which is, like, the makings of a very vulnerable, insecure, unstable person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's
why... some of that is still probably in me, like...
Right.
I've told you that's why I don't have social media, like, I would...
Yeah.
Oh, this didn't
Which
get
I
enough
love. I love that you're so honest about that. It's so funny.
This didn't get enough likes. It was fucking stupid, and then I would, like, just feel kind of down about myself. Also, social media is really... I think it's pointless.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, you're doing what you're doing, like, you're promoting something 100% of the time.
Yeah.
But, like, the excuse that people always use is like, oh, I use it to talk to family and friends.
You're right.
On that same phone that they're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, like, they have a phone number.
Right.
FaceTime.
There you go, yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you made fun of me the other day. I was on the phone with Ryan for an hour.
They heard. I was telling them.
You know?
Yeah.
He's kind of... I don't even know if he's got Facebook. I think he does, because he sent me that PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
Thing. But, yeah. These days, it's not so much like I want a large quantity of acquaintances. I'd much rather have, like, a low number of quality people that I can...
Yeah.
You know,
rely
first
on.
and foremost,
Trust.
you.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm done with
Well, thank you for your perception. I appreciate it.
I gotta put these blankets and shit in the washer. Ugh.
Hold on, booze. Okay. Now that we're back on track. Yes, I will. Wait, can I do that from here? Oh, I can. I think I have that. Okay, there we go. I can do that from there. Okay, word. And I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry I took up your fucking time here. I was just curious. Okay. I put horizontal. Okay, hold on, boo. I feel like he needs to. I feel like we should. Hold on. I feel like we should have him do a fucking Q&A. Just any questions you want to ask a masculine, we fucking send him. You know what I mean? Wait, where are you? Okay, there you are. Word. Can I hear that, bitch? Okay. The last part of that. Okay. Hold on, boo. That's fucking real, though. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, it is definitely not his fill or whatever, right? Like, it's not based in that. It's not based because he's King of Wands in the upright. And so, like, if that fucker came out in the reverse, that when the King of Wands comes out in the reverse, that is where you are like trying to whatever, use outside things to make yourself feel better, right? When the King of Wands comes out in the upright, their self-image or their self-esteem is intact, right? A lot of times the King of Wands in the reverse will come across like a fucking player because that's what they do, right? They manipulate with their wands, they manipulate with their energy and right, like their sexual energy. And so no, like he's King of Wands and King of Pentacles in the upright, and so like he's not out here, like his self-esteem, his self-image is intact, right? But also like his King of Pentacles, I'm happy to see that too. And again, this is like Cancer season where you're probably gonna see, especially if you're talking to him, you're probably gonna like see this from him where it's like, damn, like he really, you know, like he really do be staying to himself, like he really doesn't try to, I don't know, make himself feel better by getting like outside praise from women and shit like that, or like he doesn't like sleep around and shit, like, you know what I mean, like that. But King of Pentacles too is also where he's coming out in the upright, where it's like he does have his head on straight in terms of like his long-term goals, his financial goals, his stability, shit like that. And so hold on, I want to ask, so no, it's not where he's not at all that. I kind of want to see if it'll show me. Well, God, I still feel like it's like alcohol. It's temperance in reverse. I'm like, yo, is it substances? 100% temperance in reverse. Tower. It has to be. And King of Swords in reverse. It's mind altering, is what it is. There it is. I mean, it's mind altering, is what the fuck it is. That. Because temperance in the like temperance is abstinence, right? Like temperance is where you, if you're sober, you're absent, right? Temperance in the reverse is where you do things in excess. And so it's like, yes, it 100% is substance. It could be, that rubs me like it's alcohol. It does not have to be though, but it's where he's doing something like that in an excess. The Tower coming out with that though, which I love this because we were talking about this at that last, like with one of the questions that we were doing. It might have even been his reading where it's like, it's not working for him anymore. That's Tower, right? Where it's like that shit just ain't working anymore. And yes, like it might be a Tower moment that he experiences where who knows, like he could lose, who fucking knows? He might lose a job over it. He might lose, whatever, money, his whole, like it could be something not serious that he loses over it where he's like, I have to stop this shit, I have to knock this the fuck off. But it is mind altering for sure. It is not, no, if that was like, if this is where he was like numbing with like, you know, hooking up and shit, you would probably see Knight of Wands in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse, a Devil. I would even say like Devil. What's another really sexually charged card? Depending on what Devil comes out with, I would even say Queen of Wands. What's some other ones? I'd even say like maybe a Six of Wands. Ace of Wands reversed. Emperor in reverse. Emperor in reverse. I would even say maybe Four of Wands reverse. Fool reverse. Yeah. You see different shit for sure. Good. Good. That's so real though, what you fucking wrote on there, because that would be me too. Like, boo boo, do whatever you need to do, just don't be doing that. Okay, hold on, you guys. Bam. Hold on, I gotta double check. I think it's just Selena, but I gotta look. Sorry, you guys, I feel like I've been fucking like long-winded tonight. Selena, are you still on here, boo? Hello? Oh, there you are. Word. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead and you can drop it in the comment section, but you can also message me too on TikTok or Instagram if you don't want to put it on there. I feel like you guys are rocking around a lot tonight. There's like hardly anyone. I wonder if everybody's like hanging out with their parents. You know what I mean? Because there's like hardly been anyone in here tonight. Which I don't mind. I love like coming on live when it's just a select few of us. You know what I mean? Actually, never mind. I'll send it on TikTok. Okay, period. Hold on. Where did you go with that? Yeah, I know. All of the people with loving and healthy families. Word. Word. Where? There you are. There you are. Okay. Ooh. What do I want to get for this one? Word. Let's go. I'm gonna pull Oracle for this one. Probably I might do a couple Oracle. I want to start with Tarot. Hold on, boo. Yeah, I know that there's like two, maybe even three, but there's two specific Oracle I want to do. All right, let's get it. I'm going to start with Tarot. I'm going to pull current, past, future, subconscious outcome, and let's motherfucking get it. Hang on tight, boo. Listen, I'm going to try to reel this one in, but I can't promise anything. I've been kind of long-winded tonight. Okay, let me see current. I know that's right. Good for you. Good for you, especially on the influencer realm. I would love to see that there. Well, we got some obstacles already from the rip, boo. Word. Hold on, I just want to pull all these and then I will start from the top. Hold on. I can already tell that this reading's going to be long, you know what I mean? Oh god, I just know this is going to be a long reading. I'm going to try to reel it in. This is a good one, though. It is. Yeah, there's great advice with this. One more. All right, I gotta like etch a sketch. Hold on, this is gonna be a heavy reading. Okay, let me start with. Let me do one more. What is it? Interesting. Okay, let's start bottom of the deck. Let's get it. Okay, hold on, I gotta wet my whistle because girl, I'm about to go off. Okay. Word. This Queen of Swords, Emperor. I want to start with the shit on bottom of the deck. Especially with Emperor, I want to start there. Because, like, bottom of the deck energy, this is overall energy for this reading, right? Emperor has been coming out so much for like feminines that I've been reading for lately, and Emperor, which I love for you guys, right? Like it is divine masculine energy, which we are stepping into, but it doesn't mean, because she's obviously Queen of Swords in it, right? And so it doesn't mean like, oh, like we're getting like we're being manly or whatever, we're being like overly masculine. No, like Emperor is where we are. It, of course it is, which makes sense with your question or what we're reading on, right? Yes, it has to do with our security and our stability, right? Of course, like that's first and foremost, but it also has to do with like where do we implement that in like every area of our life, right? Where do we protect ourselves? Where do we protect like and I'm not talking just like in the physical realm, I'm talking also in the spiritual realm too, because we are feminines, right? It's like, where do I protect myself? Where is my security, my stability? Yes, in the financial, but like how do I do that within self, right? How do I really ground myself? It's also like where's my discipline at? You know what I mean? Like where, because that is what Emperor is, right? That is when you truly meet a divine masculine. That is where that motherfucker has his discipline in place. That is why a lot of times you will meet masculines who are like completely absent, like from sexual things, right? Like they will practice that. Where it's like, yes, I do not just hook up with people. I only like sleep with people who I am truly close to, right? That is how I implement my discipline in my wands area, right? And so obviously you're seeing that this and wands, and yes, you are coming out like a king of wands. And so we are hitting, yes. Of course, we're hitting on your passion, but it's more than just sexual, right? Yes, it can be sexual too. We can be hitting on that where it's like, yeah, that can be a factor in this as well. But wands is like, it's our passion. It's where our spirit is. It's what lights our soul on fire, right? And so it's like, okay, she's an Emperor energy where she's starting to learn this. She's starting to implement some discipline into her life. And yeah, things are getting pretty fucking serious for her. Queen of Wands coming out with it. You could be air sign. You don't have to be. But the Queen of Wands is where, for the most part, what you're doing right is Queen of Swords. Did I say Queen of Wands? I meant Queen of Swords if I did. What you are doing right, or how you're coming at this reading first and foremost, is someone who is, you're truthful, rational, intellectual. You know how to separate this from your emotions. You know how to set your emotions aside, and of course think about things rationally, logically, all that kind of shit, right? Okay. I'm going to swing back to that because there is some advice with that, which I think might surprise you. Okay. King of Swords, Justice in reverse, Four of Cups. This King of Wands, this is why I'm like, oh shit, like that's a great card. Yes, of course, it's a great card to see, especially for an influencer, but also for even with any of these things that you're doing. Also for someone who is like a CEO, someone who owns their own business, someone who is a business owner, right? King of Wands is such an excellent card for that because that's what he does, right? He runs the show. He makes the call. He's the leader. And so King of Wands is the energy that you're in right now where it's like she is learning how to be a leader. She's learning how to own her own business. She's learning how to make the calls for herself. Shit, that could even be like, even if you're not like a business owner, this would be like working like places, whatever, like a supervisor, management, like something like upper like that, where you do have like little minions like working underneath you. Hold on one second. Justice in the reverse is coming out with that. Four of Cups. This could be, oh my God, I'm going to go so fucking off on this. The Justice in the reverse can be a couple different things. This can be, I want to start with self first because she's coming out like a Queen of Swords in the upright. This can be where you are challenged. This is why I'm like, shit, that challenge hit you right off of the bat with this. Because you may be challenged with people who are dishonest, who do not want to be held accountable, who try to get one over on you, who try to take advantage of you, try to gaslight you, try to fucking lie to you, like whatever, right? You're going to be challenged in that Justice in reverse. Am I worried about you? No. I would be if you came out like the Queen of Swords in reverse. But that is like, even the King of Swords is true for him as well. When this is Queen of Swords, King of Swords, this is what they uphold is justice, right? And yes, justice is Libra. I think you said you were Libra. But this is what Queen of Swords and King of Swords uphold is justice, right? What they uphold is the truth. What they uphold is the law, right? What they uphold is the right thing to do. What they uphold is their morals, values, right? The things that they hold dear to them. And so Queen of Swords tells me that she is someone who has extremely high standards for herself. She also has high standards for other people. So the way that she fucking right, the standards that she has for herself, she's going to uphold people to that as well. Be prepared for people to try to act like they're like that. You know what I mean? Try to lie to you, whatever. Try to get one over on you. But my point is I'm not really necessarily worried about her because she is Queen of Swords. A Queen of Swords would be able to see through that shit, right? Four of Cups coming out. This could also be a warning that your inner circle, right? And you can even be experiencing this or have experienced this. Like Four of Cups is almost like this disappointment, this just disappointment. This could be where there's a lot of people that are going to be coming through your life with all three of these, right? With all three of these career paths, there's going to be people that are coming into your life that are going to be justice in reverse, who are going to take advantage of you, who are going to lie to you, who are not going to be on the same page as you or want like the same kind of success that you do. You might lose some people along the way, 100%, or some people that you thought were really like, I don't know, like on your team, like had your back. You might find that they're not. You know what I mean? Where it's like, wow, I really thought that these people would be happy for my success, or I thought that like they'd be along for the ride for the long haul, right? That can be where it's like, yeah, Four of Cups, it can get pretty gnarly for her. Kind of lonely. You know what I mean? Anyway, Ace of Swords, Temperance in reverse, Chariot card. This is telling me that the Queen is just coming back to Queen of Swords every time. But this Queen of Swords was not built, like from day one, right? Like her being in this energy was not, or her being in this energy right now is not like, oh yeah, this came so easily to me, right? Like this shows me in the past. And this, of course, this can be career because we're reading on it, but this is like anything, right? Chariot and Temperance in the reverse is where she has probably dealt with, and if we're looking at this from career, this could be putting too much on your plate, doing things in excess, pouring out of yourself more than you have, right? That the Chariot and the Temperance, God, I guess that could be, that probably is more career, because Chariot is where you have a huge vision for yourself. There's nothing fucking wrong with that. We want people to be in Chariot, right? We want people to be laser focused on what their goals are because they're unstoppable. My only concern, which again, I'm not really worried about you, I would say this just could be a little bit of advice, is to like think back on that in the past, where it's like, don't put too much on you. That's Temperance in reverse. You will crash and burn in that. But I have a feeling like, shit, this is the past energy. She's probably already kind of been through something like this, where it's like she put too much pressure on herself, put too much, I don't know, like held herself to a standard that was impossible, that was like perfect, right? Where it's like, no one's ever going to be able to reach that. But the Ace of Swords coming out with it is like, I've been through that and I have gotten more honest with myself. I've gotten more clarity because of that, right? And so anyway, my only advice with that is like, I love a Chariot. I want you to like, right? Of course, I want anybody to like continue in that. Just be mindful that you are not putting too much fucking pressure on yourself where you feel like you have to be perfect or you have to execute the shit perfectly, right? Because you're not, like, no one's going to, but like I don't know. I'm not really worried about it. But anyway, okay. Where do I want to go with this? What question should I hit on? I'm going to hit on... I want to hit on advice. Fuck, this is going to be a lot. I'm going to talk about like future and subconscious with this. Because like in the question that you asked, you're like, what strengths should I lean into? Strength came out, right? Strength, Ace of Cups in the reverse, Page of Swords. This is subconscious. So this is obviously what like reader brings to your guys' awareness, right? The strength coming out is your self-image. This, like me reading for you, I'm like, holy shit, yeah, this person's self-image is pretty much intact, right? Like she knows who the fuck she is. She's been through shit in life. You know what I mean? Like this is This is someone with a good head on their shoulders. This is someone who's extremely intelligent. This is someone who has their passion in the right place. Strength is where, like, how we feel about ourselves. This is our self-image, how we view ourselves, right? The Ace of Cups coming out in the reverse, though, and Page of Swords is like, this is like the little tweak that she can do, right? Which she might not even be aware of. Where it's like, oh my God, she's probably going to be aware of it, like when she comes out of this reading. And she's like, well, now that you told me that, like, now I'm kind of noticing it, right? This is talk. This is self-talk. This is the way that we fucking talk to ourselves, right? Ace of Cups in the reverse, it's always our self-love first, right? I'm like, damn, when she's burnt out or she's feeling down or she like needs to pour back into self, she's going to notice it first and foremost the way that she talks to herself. And so this is just an example, right? This would be like I don't know. This would be like I'm trying to think of like an example. I don't know. Like, okay, let's say that you're like an influencer and let's say you go live, right? Let's say that you had this live scheduled and it completely fucking like it completely went out of your mind. You completely forgot about it, right? Because you're in this Ace of Cups in reverse, it's like I'm doing too much. I need to take a night off for myself. I didn't even like realize that I was like this, right? I like completely spaced that I was supposed to go live tonight. Like, I'm gonna go over as fuck on this reading. I'm so sorry. It's like I completely spaced it. This would be where it's like she would tell herself in her head, she wouldn't say it out loud. She'd be like, oh my God, you're such a fucking idiot. Like, you're so stupid. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's that kind of shit, right? It's like the way that I talk about myself here, like the things that I just kind of let slip by that I don't like put too much thought into. It's like when I tell you, like, damn, it boils down to self-image every time. Do I think for the most part she's pretty good about it? Yeah, I do. Because strength would come out in the reverse if this was like a serious fucking problem for her. But I think when she gets burnt out or when she's giving too much of herself, that's kind of when like that self-image starts to fucking turn on her, or like a shot, like her shadow would be coming out, right? That's good advice for anybody who's in here. If you want to know how you truly fucking view yourself, listen to the way that you talk to yourself. You know what I mean? Like when you like just pay attention to like the thoughts that go on in your head, the way that you speak about yourself. Because when I tell you, like, of course, my self-image is pretty much intact too, but holy shit, do I have these moments where I'm like, I'm undisciplined, and then I'm like, you are like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I say shit like that to myself. I'm like, dude, you're human. You know what I mean? Like, take a step back and like take a breath. Anyway, that's good advice, period. Now, I also want to talk about, which is, oh my God, I need to like shut the fuck up. But like 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I love for you, right? Because this is where, hold on, where did you write that on there? Financial success is right here. And this would also be the building a community or building, right? That's 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is like so to bring it back to Chariot too, right? Chariot is like our long-term goals, right? Excuse me, sorry, it's my indigestion. It's long-term goals. It's our laser focus, right? Like think of like a nuke. You know what I mean? Where it's like that nuke knows exactly where the fuck it's going. Like, good luck to anybody who gets in its way, right? Think of that with your goals. It's like, damn, mad laser focused. 10 of Pentacles is what she's striving for, right? Of course, this is financial security and stability, long-term, right? Like being long-term taken care of, like retirement type shit. Like I got a house on this, you know what I mean? Like I got a savings. I got retirement out of like this career, right? 10 of Pentacles is what, of course, you are going to have an outcome, right? Queen of Cups would be our advice there, right? And so yes, like, of course, you're going to, of course, like the growth, I would even say all of that, like the growth, visibility, financial success, building a community, 100% you're getting it. The way to that is connecting with Queen of Cups. We already know she's got the Queen of Swords, right? And that's why I'm like, damn, that's like, I mean, yeah, you might be kind of surprised by that advice because I'm like, oh, she's the type of person that can really set her emotions aside and think about things very rationally, very logically, right? This is where she gets more in touch with her intuition, her vulnerability, her feelings, right? That I would say would be excellent for like building a loyal online community. 100% is Queen of Cups. That Lean, I'm so curious to see what comes out with your oracle with that. That would be advice for that though, is really for like a loyal community for building your online. And I know it's difficult. My God, do I know it's hard. but it is connected with Queen of Cups. It's really showing your heart. It's really showing your vulnerability. It's really acting from a place of just emotion, from your intuition, right? Doing what you just feel is right. The Ace of Pentacles coming out with it. I mean, it's opportunity after opportunity that's going to be coming at you, and of course that is like huge financial success as well. I didn't think that this reading was going to go this way. And then there's a lot of advice in this, but like, then I pull for advice section, right? Page of Cups, Six of Cups, Seven of Swords. I don't know, right? Because you didn't really tell me in here, but like, especially for like the influencer thing, and I would even say this for, I don't know, like maybe even all around, like even if you're like, I want to build like clients who are with me forever, you know what I mean, type shit. Whatever. The Page of Cups, Six of Cups is that there is this part of her, which I love Page of Cups, right? Like I absolutely adore that card. That is our inner child. Page of Cups is our inner child. That is like that's our playfulness. That's our dreams, right? That's like our ultimate vulnerability is Page of Cups. Six of Cups, Seven of Swords coming out with that is that she hides certain, and trust me, this ain't no judgment. We all fucking do it. This is where she hides that part of herself. Like and Six of Cups coming out with it, it's probably something that was instilled in her when she was young, when she was a kid, from her family, right? Whatever. This could be like a deep like childhood type shit where it's like, damn, like, yeah, I was always like laughing all the time, or like I was always like so playful, and I just remember my parents always telling me to like calm down or to like sit down, or like I don't know, like like why are you so excited, like whatever. They kind of like discouraged me from that. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be like that. But the Seven of Swords is where she does kind of mask that inner child. I think that that's our way to like a Queen of Cups, King of Cups, whatever. That's our way to it, is we first have to start there and get in touch with our inner child, right? And yeah, it's like God, I can't believe a star didn't come out with this shit. Hold on. I think that the direction that your career is leading you, it's 100% Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. I mean, yeah, that is success. You know what I mean? It's success. Good advice with going easy on yourself. Giving yourself grace is a big thing with this one. Giving yourself grace. Big time. And connecting with that inner child and really letting that, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like connecting with inner child and letting that show through your work and all of that. Because of course, I guess that makes sense. Of course, that makes people feel so comfortable with you, especially if you're a business owner. Hold on, boo. I want to pull. I know. I'm gonna shut up. Let me pull. I want to pull Career Oracle, and I might want to pull. What is that one? The Harmony Heart. Hold on. Damn, really? Let's go. I knew it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Cutting ties. You may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. And then honest work. It's okay to have a job that's not very glamorous. Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a process, not a quick fix. And then independence. It is time for you to go out on your own and create your own business, or try something well outside your comfort zone. Manifesting. You have the power to manifest what you want by writing your intentions down and taking inspired action to make it happen. Hold on. I want to see what comes out with this one. Let me do 3. Courage. King of Wands. I like it. I'm strength. You are filled with courage and ready to face any challenge. Confidence and determination are your guiding forces. Leadership. King of Wands. You are stepping into a leadership role, inspiring others and guiding your team forward with success, with confidence and clarity. And wealth. Word. Okay. Which makes sense. Okay. Wealth is not just about money. It represents abundance in all areas of your life. You're in a phase of prosperity and contentment and sacrifice. Okay. You are willing to make sacrifices for love and putting aside your own needs to support the growth of a relationship and change. Major changes are approaching in your life. Embrace the new direction. Should I kind of want to get, I swear I'll stop after this. I just want to get like one of these, the angel numbers one. Let me just do one. I like that. Okay. 811, faith-filled. The inspiration is divine. What was that major that came? Oh, it was justice. Okay. The inspiration is divine. Your angels call upon you to take actual steps towards your inspired thoughts. All of those ideas and spiritual downloads that you've been having are from a higher power. Journal about a dream that you have. Then take at least 3 steps that you, and that's the manifestation one too. Okay, journal about a dream that you have. Then list 3 steps that you can take today towards making it a tangible reality. Remember, the smallest steps are the most important. Can I read this one? Because this one might be the Ace of Cups in reverse shit. 644 struggle. Self-created stress is unhealthy. Your angels are asking you to get honest about how you contribute to undue stress and conflict in your own life. They ask you to contemplate how struggle plays into your comfort zones. Notice where you are making life harder on yourself today, even in the smallest moments. Make a tiny change today so that the small struggle becomes obsolete. Okay, word. I like it. Oh my god, how long did I go on that? Oh yeah, I popped the fuck up on that one. Okay. Well, Claire and Taylor, if you boo-boos got questions, go ahead and send them. Sorry it was so long tonight. Damn. I was like long-winded on everyone's reading. What time is it? Okay, we're making good timing. Okay, hold on, Claire. I wasn't on here like ridiculously long, I don't think. All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta get the shit out of my way. Hold it. This one. That was good shit. Yo, you know what? Never mind. Just have to stop. That was good. Damn, you want to know what, like, really... You want to know why I get long-winded? It's because of those majors, man. Like, that reading was... It was tea. It was good shit. Okay, hold on. I love reading for people like that, though, because, you know, like, just me reading her energy, I'm like, oh, that girl is, like... She's on some different shit. You know what I mean? Like, she's on some different shit. Very self-aware. All right, hold on, Claire. Hold up, boo. There you are. Okay. Let's go. Okay, word. What's going on with him? Oh, boo. Yeah, he feels a 2 of Cups in reverse, and like don't, because it doesn't always have to be negative, right? Especially with like the shit that's coming out for him. But 2 of Cups in reverse, Chariot, Temperance, Emperor, Jesus, Hierophant in reverse. Okay, like 2 of Cups in the reverse, it represents like an imbalance, right? It is where, but during that imbalance or during this disconnect that he's feeling, so yeah, like he is feeling disconnected from you, But what he does is he like withdraws from it, right? He's like, I'm sensing that there's something off here. Like I'm just sensing like she's mad at me, or I'm sensing like I don't know. So it's like where he's withdrawing, right? But this obviously is not forever. Like the Chariot, Temperance, Emperor, like Moon, Chariot, I'll come to that. But the Chariot, Temperance, Emperor, this is where it's like he's not, he doesn't like, this is not the type of person that's gonna like sit in his feelings or like stew on this, whatever. He's like, Chariot is looking at the bigger picture and moving forward, right? And so this is where, yeah, his feelings might be hurt right now, whatever. He might be a little sensitive, but this is where he like looks at the bigger picture and he's like, okay, I'm looking at the bigger picture and like, I just want us to get along. You know what I mean? I just want us to like love each other, heal. And of course, like Emperor coming out with that is like, that is his main priority, I guess, is to provide protection, is to provide security, to provide stability within this connection, right? That is where like he truly wants to embody the divine masculine in this connection, right? Like he wants to like be the man, you know what I mean? Anyway, the moon and the Hierophant in reverse, this it does, so this to me is like, okay, he's feeling like she's probably mad at him, whatever. This is definitely triggering to him, right? That's moon. Where it's like it's triggering something, and it is deep rooted, right? Like even though this is such like a surface, like what, like it's not gonna matter tomorrow type thing, it is triggering like his moon, where it's triggering something in his subconscious. And what he does is that Hierophant, what he does, yeah, withdrawing is probably his go-to 100%. What I think the difference is like in the past, when he has had any kind of like hurt feelings, when he was sensitive, whenever he felt like the communication was off with his partner, he probably would withdraw like for weeks, months, like forever, right? The difference though is that he knows that he does this now. Like he's like, I don't like, yes, I know that like withdrawing is like my go-to, that's what I do, but that Chariot, Temperance, Emperor is where he wants to like move past that, he wants to overcome it. So more of like sensitive, damn, this is the type of guy that does not want to be like at odds with his girl at all. At all. It throws him off. Like it's sensitive, probably. Yeah. What's the bottom of the deck? Death. Okay. I'm not worried about him. Yeah, sensitive. I don't know. Maybe like can't. I don't know. Like maybe because you see like your Queen of Wands on bottom of the deck, which is someone who, and he's Page of Wands with it. And so it's like Queen of Wands is someone who is so just, they know what the fuck they want. They're very particular, you know what I mean? And so I don't know. He that to me is just, he's sensitive for sure. Anyway, I'm happy to see that there's definitely growth. That's why death has come out. Like he probably in the past has been sensitive and just went left with it, man. Like would isolate, withdraw, make it worse. He ain't like that now though. Good. Okay. Taylor, hold on, boo-boo. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No. Hold on, boo. Hold up, y'all. Hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah, no shit. Word. Yo, that chat be coming with it, bro. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. T. Yeah. Now I'm like, this one's probably gonna be long too. I'm gonna try to reel it in. Okay, hold on. Oh, I'm so curious if that Empress is gonna come out with this. Hold on, I want to shuffle that one more. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Two more. One more. Wow. That is a yes. I can't believe that Empress didn't come out. Okay. Okay. Three of Wands, Strength, Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles at Four of Wands, Lovers. Where do I even want to fucking start with this? I actually want to start with Knight of Wands on bottom of the deck and Knight of Cups. I want to start there. Like, only because the shit that came out, like, in the reading that you did was Page of Wands, right? Like, the Knight of Wands and Knight of Cups that's coming out on bottom of the deck is that this is obviously, which, it could be better, but, like, a bitch will take it. You know what I mean? The way that he feels towards this is that, yes, like, considering that he came out like a Page of Wands like that, this is challenging him to take different action. That's Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Any knight is, and of course, Knight of Pentacles too. Knights are not like horrible. You know what I mean? They're not. It is where they are taking action on doing something different. Now, if these fuckers came out in the reverse, I'd be like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, here we go. Like, this is where he is like taking inspired action like nuts. Like, he is like what? Like, the Knight of Wands in reverse would be like him, where it's like, oh my God, that would be like loose with his energy. That would be like, he doesn't think about like the emotional, or excuse me, the like the soul connection that you establish with someone when you are intimate with them. And so like, and even like the Knight of Cups in reverse, it'd be like, oh, he doesn't think about like his emotions are not based in reality, you know what I mean? Or like the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it'd be like, oh, he's fucking lazy with love, or he's not serious, doesn't take shit seriously. But this kind of stuff coming out in the upright, it challenges his Knight of Wands first and foremost, right? Of course, Wands is, yes, of course it's like passion, sexual energy, right? But I always talk about with Knights too, or excuse me, with Wands also, it's like, yes, it's sexual, but it's also what lights your spirit on fire, right? And so him coming out in the upright, it's like, okay, it lights the spirit on fire. He wants to try something different. You know what I mean? He wants to explore something different here. Of course this is different. The Knight of Cups coming out with it, it also lights his emotions on fire. It makes him become more intuitive, more vulnerable. It makes him want to take action on that as well, right? And of course romance, you know what I mean? The Knight of Pentacles now coming out with this, it's so, yes, but I think which is so fucking sad, Like, this to me, the relationship that he had with you was meant to be one that was a slow burn. It was meant, of course, right? Like, you already see that it lights his soul on fire, it lights his emotions up, right? But the Knight of Pentacles is where it's meant to be taken slow. It's meant to, like, that fire is meant to be, what's the fucking word I'm thinking of? What is the word I'm thinking of? Hold on, hold on, hold on. What am I thinking of? When you, like, try to keep a fire lit, what the fuck am I thinking of? What's that word, you guys? What am I thinking of? What am I fucking thinking of? Stoking, tending, feeding, stoking a fire is what I'm feeling with this. Right? Yeah, like stoking a fire. Word. This is where this relationship with you was meant to be one like that, where it's like we keep right? Like we keep the fire fucking burning type shit. Like it was meant, like I love that. Anyway, I'm trying to think of the saying that like oh, Taylor, when I think of it, I'm gonna try to Google it and find it. There's this saying that's coming to my mind that came. It was like years and years ago. I remember talking to my husband, my now husband, about it. I'll send it to you if I find it. But the night anyway, bitch, damn. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles coming out is where this was meant to be like stoked. This fire was meant to be like it was meant. You're meant to keep like fueling it. You know what I mean? But slow. It's a slow fucking burn, right? Three of Wands coming out. This is obviously, and oh my god, here we go. Of course he did, but this requires him, Three of Wands, to grow, right? And the Strength card coming out with it, it's like this requires him to grow in terms of, because strength, of course, is ego, but it's our self-image, right? Would require him to reestablish, to redefine what his self-image is. Seven of Pentacles, but that also requires him, just like fucking Hangman coming out in that, it requires him to look, to do an inventory, to look at his life, right? Seven of Pentacles is looking at what have I done up to this point? You know what I mean? What kind of foundation have I built up to this point, and what do I need to do? What do I need to change? What do I need to keep doing to be better, right? The Four of Wands and Lovers is obviously like, I mean, come on now. This is like, Four of Wands is that it's marriage, but it is like that happy, like I married my best friend type shit, right? The Four of Wands is a happy, like celebrating type of relationship. The Lovers card coming out with it, I mean, come on now. And we were even talking about this too. Like, I think I did a question the last time I was on here where that came out where it's like that was what he is so seeking in a relationship. He was seeking that with the wrong fucking person. You know what I mean? And you clearly seen that. Oh my god, we had like Queen of Wands reverse, like like a Queen of Cups reverse. We had some nasty shit come out with that. Devil. But the Lovers coming out with this is where like, yes, this is what you were seeking. You know what I mean? What you were seeking was a soul contract. What you were seeking was this Lovers, right? And here it is. What you're seeking is a true union with someone. But it requires him to redefine his self-image. It requires him to take things slow, to keep adding fuel to that fire. It requires hard fucking work, is Knight of Pentacles. You know what I mean? And just considering like just what was it, Page of Wands that came out, it's like, oh, he wants things that, I mean, at least in that reading, right? Or like he wants things that are easy. He, of course, immature. He doesn't want to have to do the hard work. He doesn't want to have to change. But I agree, change 100% is possible with him. But shit, it's going to require him to come out a new man. I can't. I could go off about this like all fucking night. Like, oh my god. I could go off about this. This is going to piss me the fuck off. But I'm like, of course, like, nothing worth it ever comes easy. You know what I mean? But holy shit, is this worth it? Absolutely it is. You know what I mean? Like, The love I have for like a Knight of Pentacles is unreal. I love that energy, right? Which is so, that's why I say that's so fucking sad. Because Knight of Pentacles, the reason I love that card is because it is forward progress always, at least in like my view, right? Knight of Pentacles, in my opinion, is the only knight that does not backstep. It is very intentional movement forward. You know what I mean? And so it's like, damn, like he was doing it. That's what he needed to do, was just like, it's just consistent and like very attentive, very methodical movement forward. It is always thinking before you act. You know what I mean? And like it is thinking of like every route possible and making like the correct execution in your actions. Very hard work. That's a hard energy to master as Knight of Pentacles. Slow, steady, patient. Could turn him into a man. You know what I mean? Like that type of energy. It's like, of course that's gonna turn him into a fucking man. Like he's in the knight's energy. Or that's gonna turn him into a king, I should say. You know? Anyway. I like tried not to be so long-winded tonight. Okay. All right, bitches. I don't have anything going on this week. So Wednesday, Friday, for sure. I'm going to end this one because I got to charge you guys. You guys are almost dead. Okay, hold on. I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. I don't even think there was anyone in there. Shut up. Okay. Stop singing. What do I have going on? I think that's it. All right, booze. All right. Well, I love you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday. Okay. All right. All right. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye bye.